Hey Virginia is a production of viewer-supported WVPT Public Media. WVPT relies on contributions from viewers like you. So, if you appreciate this show and want to help us keep bringing it to you each month, please consider making a donation to support WVPT.
The Factory Antique Mall, now the largest antique mall in America, with 121,000 square feet of antiques and collectibles and over 200 dealers. A true shopping destination located off exit 227 on I-81 in Verona. FactoryAntiqueMall.com.
Natural Bridge, Virginia is filled with natural beauty and culture. We recently had the fortune to visit both the Natural Bridge and the engaging Monacan Indian Living History exhibit at Natural Bridge Park. Once owned by Thomas Jefferson for 20 shillings, the Natural Bridge is an ancient wonder carved by erosion and time. The Monacan Indians used the Natural Bridge as escape from advancing enemies, cementing the bridge's stay in Monacan lore. Join us now as we take a closer look at these living historical sites.
Here at the Natural Bridge and Monacan Indian Living History exhibit inside Natural Bridge Park, you can walk through an ancient world and meet an indigenous people who have lived off this land for more than 300 years.
The Natural Bridge is 215 feet tall, 100 feet wide, and 60 feet long, 90 foot from span to span. The Natural Bridge is a natural creation which is fundamentally based upon erosion and weathering. It's a process that took millions and millions of years. The Natural Bridge rests upon a karst system. Our karst system relates specifically to underground caverns, fissures, crevices, and underground water. Monacan people have a rich tradition related to the Natural Bridge, and in their time and place, this was indeed a sacred bridge. And there are many legends associated with the bridge that relate to the Indian people. However, many of these legends, we're not too sure whether they're actually Native American or if they were made up by the settlers in order to explain away the Natural Bridge as well. We know that by the time that the first settlers arrived into the region, the Indian people that had once occupied the area were now gone.
Natural Bridge is a one-of-a-kind place. It is 1,600 acres of cultural history, ancient cultural history, and incredible biodiversity. It's unusual in Virginia for places to be able to trace their heritage directly back to the original indigenous people. And it's unusual in Virginia for specific places to be able to trace their ownership back to original kings' grants. And we can do both of that here at Natural Bridge. Visitors to Natural Bridge have a rare opportunity to engage in a truly authentic representation of Monacan culture. So the indigenous people to this area, perhaps here as long as 10,000 years ago, were the Monacan people. We are thrilled to be able to share the culture of that early people here on site.
The one thing that we're really proud about is that even though we're educating people, we are actually preserving our culture. So here at Natural Bridge, where we do conservation, recreation, and education, at this exhibit, I consider preservation as a part of those other three things. We are preserving our history. We're preserving the way that we survived.
History and the beautiful land it was written in is waiting for you here at Natural Bridge Park.
The Factory Antique Mall, now the largest antique mall in America, with 121,000 square feet of antiques and collectibles and over 200 dealers. A true shopping destination located off exit 227 on I-81 in Verona. FactoryAntiqueMall.com.
Hey Virginia is a production of viewer-supported WVPT Public Media. WVPT relies on contributions from viewers like you. So, if you appreciate this show and want to help us keep bringing it to you each month, please consider making a donation to support WVPT.